Hey YouTube, Eagle Run 23 here. So last week I told you I was going to sight in an optic on a new gun, and that was this one. So let me just, in case this is your first video, let me briefly run through here and let you know what we've got. This is the Franken gun extreme budget rifle. This was a strip lower and upper that we assembled many years ago. It actually originally was configured with a 20-inch barrel from Bear Creek Arsenal, and it had this same Aero Precision bolt in it. And the idea was a budget DMR, more of a long-range 223 option with a 20-inch barrel over a normal 16 or so inch barrel. I was hoping for a little higher velocity and a little more accuracy downrange. That project turned out to be a complete bust. We had a budget Bushnell optic on there and the budget barrel, but we spent some money on the bolt, and I fully polished my internals on my trigger. So mil-spec trigger. The only thing we spent above normal money on was the bolt. So we were hoping for some extreme budget accuracy. We got none of that. At 50 yards, which is not long range at all, at 50 yards, I was a softball sized group. We never fully, you can go back and look at some of these videos. We did a whole series on this a couple years ago. We never fully figured out if it was the Bushnell optic or if it was the Bear Creek barrel. I felt like it was the barrel. A lot of people in the comments thought maybe it was the optic. Since it was a budget optic, it's $100 optic or whatever. So we took that gun apart, and I still have the barrel. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Bear Creek did not respond, and I looked up their warranty years ago, and there wasn't really much I could do for it. We took that off, and this gun just sat. It just sat there. Then I got the idea. I found a deal on a Faxon Arms, which is what this barrel is, Faxon Arms barrel. And I thought, well, this is an above average barrel. I already have the bolt. Let's throw a cheap Crossfire 1-4 on there, and let's reimagine this gun as more of a briefly extended range. You can't go too far with a 1-4, but something that could be accurate at 50 or 100. So if you didn't want to take your 6.5 Creedmoor out to go hog hunting, I could maybe take this. Most of my shots are going to be inside of 100 yards, and I could shoot 223 at some hogs. So the idea for this was kind of reimagined as a 16-inch barrel. So now we have an upgraded barrel and we have an upgraded bolt. So again, when I built this, that was back when lowers were like 50, 60 bucks. This is, I think it's a Palmetto. Yeah, Palmetto State Armory lower. And I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks. I got the upper. Those back then, they were like $35, $45. We had nothing into this gun. I believe I was under $400, including the optic, for my long range project, which I was a little optimistic, but I felt good about this. And the barrel actually sat in my drawer for probably a year. We finally dug it out and decided to give this a go again. And it was actually spurred by the fact that they had these with the mount for $250. And so we spent $250 on the optic. I don't remember how much the barrel was, but we spent a little bit more on the barrel. And so now with those three components, with our polished trigger, let's see if we can get some more accuracy out of this. So we test fired it. Given that it was a new optic, a new build, lots of variables, I didn't do any reloading, but this is going to be the platform over on Eagle Reloads that we're going to be testing out some reloads to see if we can shoot accurate at 50 out to 100 yards and do it on the cheap. So that's kind of where this is at. And I'm going to run in some footage here from the range, and you can kind of see my groups. We were shooting, I wanted to shoot a factory round and not a reload, just because it was all new and testing everything. I wanted something that I figured would maybe be more consistent than I am, since I'm new to reloading. And so I shot an American Eagle 223. It was a 55 grain hollow point, and that they won't let us shoot FMJ out on that range. So we went with that. And the results were pretty good. I was inside of an inch at 50 yards, again with junk factory ammo. I feel like I can be right on at 50, and then out to 100, we had about a 4-inch group, which again, a 1 to 4 at 100. If you haven't done that, a 1 to 4 at 100 is totally doable. I probably need to get a whole lot better, and that's part of the goal of this as well, is to get better with a low power optic on a 16-inch platform. So let's see what we can do with that. So if you're not following Eagle Reloads, that's where most of this content will be for this, because this will be the test bed for our reloading. All right, so another project down. I'm excited to have this one done and operable. It's frustrating to have a gun sitting there incomplete. And again, this was all assembled with just leftovers out of a parts drawer. We even have, this is the paint here. This was stickers that I cut out of blue painter's tape, and this is a rattle can Rust-Oleum camo. I think it came out pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it, and hasn't been shot a ton, but it's definitely been, you know, in and out of the safe and around the workbench, and it's got some scratches down here on the end, down here on the hand grip. But overall, pretty happy with it. I am going to get a bipod for it. I think that's about all I need. I think I have a bipod, I can't find it. If I have a bipod, I'll throw it on there. If not, we might look at trying to find maybe a cheaper end to stay with the theme of a bipod and see what variables that has for us. So, all right, thanks for following along, and we'll see you on the next video. Eagle Run 23. Have a good day.